So I'll tell you guys about a sighting that was reported to me a few years ago. And it actually took place not far from here at all. See this lake behind me? There's another lake a little bit further down the road, maybe 5 miles. And this sighting occurred at that lake. So there was a man and a woman. I've told this story before, but I don't know if I've ever told it on here. There's a man and woman out enjoying the lake. They were kayaking, and they come around a bend in the lake. There's a campsite, and they had taken the kayaks out and around this bend to an area that's not in sight of the campsite. And the woman notices a figure standing on the shore, and it looks like there's a dude standing there dressed all in black, and he's holding two, or he's got his arms out on holding two large pine trees. And at first she thinks, man, that's a big, what's that dude doing over there? And as they kind of float past him, he starts shaking the trees, and the trees start shaking, and she realizes at one point, I don't think that's a dude. Like I think that might be a Bigfoot. And they continue to float by, and eventually the figure disappears into the tree line. And from what I understand, I think that not at that time, but they went back another time, and the husband got out and stood where the figure was standing, and she's like, it had to be like 7 feet tall, because her husband was like 6 foot tall, and it was at least a foot and a half taller than him. So she said it was at least 7, maybe 8 feet tall. And I think about that sighting a lot because I spent a lot of time in this area. And the shaking of the trees, it definitely seems like intimidation behavior. I've spent a lot of time on this lake and other lakes in this area with the therming up far sides of the lake. And I think they're back in here, or at least they used to be. There was a pretty bad fire that came through, not here, but nearby. And it really seems like the activity has gone down since then, and the bear activity has picked up. Used to, once you got past a certain point out here, you didn't see any bear sign. And I remember coming back out here after the fire, and there was bear sign all over the place, like on the roads. And I even saw like a black bear run across the road in front of me. And I remember before that, I had very rarely, almost never seen a bear out here. So it's almost like the bears moved in and the Sasquatches moved out. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe it's a cyclic thing. Maybe it was just their time for the bears to have a go. But that's one of my favorite sightings, and I'm always keeping an eye out on the far side of these lakes. You never know what you're going to see.